All right, thank you for staying with the Monday Report. The town hall session is coming to an end, and now we have just about 2 minutes to wrap this up. Let's see. Mwangi 254 says, Trevor, religious people like Reverend Tom create moral panic by crafting narratives on misinformation and selective interpretations of human rights, religious teachings, negative cultural beliefs, scientific evidence that creates a divided world view of good versus bad people. As you make your closing remarks.
Well, what did you say his name is?
Mwangi.
Mwangi. With respect to Mwangi, I think he needs to understand that when people like myself have an established moral compass from where I operate and which I aspire to, which is the Bible. But secondly, how we influence society is that we preach this every Sunday. But it's still up to people to choose. So they choose either they're going to do it or not. But thirdly, to address his argument directly, is to say that we allow Kenyans to build consensus around political, social, and economic issues, which is what the Constitution is. When the Kenyans were left to their devices, they voted overwhelmingly against homosexuality. So it is not the church creating the narrative. It is the church calling the nation and saying, have you now changed? And the nation is saying, we have not changed. Hence the offense. So people like him, I respect his view. I think he is entitled to his view. Need to remember that there is a way that things operate. There is a way context is populated. Okay. And the way that context is populated is that we are part of a larger movement called the church, and the society is in the church, okay, and the society is in the mosque, yeah, and is in religious buildings being influenced. Okay. And they go back to society, yeah, to influence policy. Okay. And when they influence policy with every fiber of their being and all facets. Okay. And that includes morality. All right. Yeah. Dudley, you're the only lawyer here. So what next from here? Even that court case that is coming, does it then negate what the Supreme Court has already ruled? Because the Supreme Court is the apex court. And there's also a proposal by Homa Bay Town Member of Parliament, Kaluma, to have a petition around this. What are the possible get-arounds after the Supreme Court judgment?
I think there's something Kaluma suggested, which is going back to the Supreme Court and having all the 7 judges sit. That might be impossible because Justice Lenaola already touched the case when he was at the High Court. Justice Koome has also touched it when she was at the Court of Appeal. So they can't, sit over their own decisions. Maybe they could go to the East African Court of Justice. And remember, the Reverend had said that it's the NGO that went to court. It's the government that went to court. It's the NGO board that went to court. The organization has not been registered. This dispute began about reservation of name. Can you use that name, the sort of name they had wanted to use? Yeah. So maybe they'll still have to go and get it registered. Maybe registration will be refused. Maybe it will be given. I don't know where it goes. So legally speaking, this is uncharted waters. That's what you're saying, right? Yeah, no one knows where it goes. Yeah. But I also say that I appreciate where the church is coming from. I would understand. And that's why I'd say the church is, reminding people that we are still here, flexing its muscles, yeah, as I'd said when we were beginning. The reason I'm asking about this uncharted waters is because there's also a court case on whether homosexuality has now been legalized. So whether they uphold that it is still illegal, then what does that mean now? In this one, the Supreme Court says that no, it is illegal. Anyone who engages in it, whether heterosexual, yeah, or homosexual, is liable to the law. Remember, there are heterosexual couples who also commit offenses under those acts. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the Supreme Court says, no, it's still illegal. But this issue of registering an association, there are issues that are unique to that community. I understand, I hear. When they're killed on the street, I mean, this kind of homophobic attacks, those happen. And Trevor, let me just confess, I feel so judged. I don't belong to that community, but I feel the weight of the stigma. I can understand why someone would... Yeah, I'm just here to discuss the legal issues that were in court, but I feel the weight of judgment. I can understand why someone in that community would have wanted to register an organization just to get some protection, sort of. It's not it's a delicate issue, as I'd said. Yeah. All right.
Reverend, closing remarks.
I think I would like to say to my friend Dudley and to others that this so-called persecution of the gay community needs to be documented, if it is happening, because I am challenging it. Where is it happening in this country? Where is it happening? Because it is sometimes calculated to cause panic for no apparent reason. I think it can very easily spiral into persecution complex, which can be used to scare the court. But lastly, let me just say, I said earlier that the Supreme Court erred. They erred because of their misinterpretation of the word sex. But they also erred because they wanted Kenyans to have a debate on this matter. They should not have pronounced themselves on this matter in any way. Legalists notwithstanding and legal positions notwithstanding, they should have allowed Kenyans to debate it and resolve it. And basically just let the matter be. It's too hot a potato. Okay. They should allow us to have a discussion about it. But now they have set a stage. And I say this, that it's going to be progressed on. I pray that that doesn't happen. Okay. That's all I can say.
All right, that's where we leave it for now. Reverend Tom Otieno, Vicar, ACK, St. Augustine's in Madaraka, and Ochiel Dudley, Advocate of the High Court. Thank you so much for clarifying the legal aspects of this all. All right, that's where we leave it for now, and thank you all for the feedback that has come through. It's quite a lot of it, and of course this debate will continue in this forum and in different forums as well. But that's from us here who made this Monday report possible. We say thank you for watching and good night. Bye for now.